What's going on, people? It's me and Chris here. We got a cool banner thanks to Nikki Warren. Shout out Nikki Warren for representing us, and she always supports us. And we love you, Nikki, for real. Like that was a big surprise. We were very grateful. We're very grateful, actually, and actually we're very grateful too to be alive, man, and be here today because not only is it my 1 year, but it's also Chris's 1 week year.
1 week year. 1 year, 1 week, man.
Yeah, that
1 year, 1 week.
And we just thought we'd come on and talk about just gratefulness and just sobriety and what it means to us and how, man, it's a special thing. Like
Yeah.
I've got so many mixed emotions. I was just sitting here on this couch and just like tearing up, man, of happy tears because of how literally grateful I am. I never thought I'd be who I am today.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but we were talking about it in the kitchen. It's like, dude, it's been a year
Yeah, dude.
that I haven't smoked weed,
Drank
one beer, did a little bump of some cocaine, took a
Yeah.
little Adderall.
Yeah.
That's like wild to me. It's wild for me that
I'm not chasing that anymore.
Yeah, it's like you're chasing that, but you think about like 365 days of straight up raw dogging this thing.
Yeah.
Straight up, no protection. And it hasn't been easy. And if people say chasing this sobriety or chasing your best version of yourself, and look, we're not saying, hey, if the best version of you is to have a few beers or whatever, Chase and I are 100% sober.
Yeah.
And that's what it means to us, being our best versions of ourselves. But we're not saying innately that you cannot have that to be the best version of yourself. I'm just saying in our situations and the way our minds and our bodies work,
Yeah.
we cannot do that. But really just thinking about a year ago where we were at, man, I was sitting in the psych ward at UAB.
I literally got to the farm, dude.
It was your first day?
Yeah.
'Cause you got
Well, so I would say, so really, ultimately, probably a couple of days ago was my year, but I'm counting it when I got to
the
the farm.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, I was, detox pretty much, kinda, but like I was in a clear mind
Yeah.
state, just because that detox, and I mean, I was detoxing. I mean, I was getting sober,
Yeah.
but like really like my fresh start, and so but so I count this as my 1 year, October 6th. That's my year.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my count for every year, and it's like I can't I don't know, man. My thoughts right now are kind of it's just wild to me, just because like I don't think a lot of people even thought. Like I was talking to my buddy Brian the other day, man, and just like he's like, whoever thunk, he's like, whoever thunk, like especially just a couple of years ago, man. I mean, I was going like I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about anybody but myself, and I cared a lot about people too, but like I couldn't, man. I was so fed in this addiction, man. Like I was chasing the wrong things of just getting high and drunk, and just thought that's what made me happy. And you get lost in that visual, like just disgust and darkness and
Mm-hmm.
just being somebody you're not, always lying, always just trying to impress the wrong people because you think that that's what's gonna get you by in life, and it's not. And it's like these people like because I understand because I see once you get sober, man, you see a lot of things, you feel a lot of things, you can
Good and bad.
yeah, you can see. I see with them people, man. I'm like, we see it all the time. It's not that we're judging. We're like, dang, that guy's on one right now. You know what I mean? And
Been
it's
on one.
yeah, like he's that dude's on bender, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
and
And it breaks your heart in a sense. You're just
yeah,
like,
because
man, I've
like
been
that was
there.
me.
That was
Like,
that was me every day.
and you and that person's eyes, they don't think you can see it,
Yeah.
but you can. And like just walking around like that all the time, like I'm like, oh man, I look normal. Like in reality, I just look a mess, dude. I fed it off my face and my body, man. I was
Your
just
body language, the way you talk, just
yeah,
everything about you.
yeah, just you know people trying to give me advice, and I'd sit there and shake my head and like, okay, shut up, are you done?
Yeah.
And then I just go do the complete
Yeah,
opposite.
whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, and broke people's hearts, man, and but I didn't think I was,
Yeah.
until like
Well, you just have such a false perception of reality because you're so engulfed in your addiction, or I was so engulfed in my addiction. The only thing I really cared about was not getting dope sick. It wasn't
yeah,
about getting high anymore. It was just not to be dope sick. And you didn't, lying was just a part of life.
yeah,
And it wasn't really lying to
and I
people.
believed them.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. Is like you would lie to people, but hoping they would believe, but you lied so much, you really believed your own lies. And the part of for me getting sober was I had to rip all those things up out of myself. It's because you start believing this life, this lie, how you are, how things are going to be, how you got to manage. And it's all built, you have 1,000 lies built on top of one big lie or whatever. It's just, it's the cornerstone of that. And when you start telling yourself the truth, all that stuff kind of comes tumbling down because one truth, will tumble 1,000 lies.
Oh yeah,
And I don't want to say it's existential crisis. I'm like, dude, my whole life, I have to start over in everything. Whether it's my relationship with myself, my relationship with people, my relationship with God, how I operate in this world, how I perceive this world is it's got to change drastically, a complete 180. And man, Chase, and you see it today. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And the thing about, I guess, being sober in day to day is that when you're up against hard things or hard decisions or just feeling a type of way, man, because you still get angry. You're still a human being, man. You still get angry. You still get
yeah,
pissed. You're bitter about stuff. I'm still resentful about things, and dealing with those things in a constructive manner, even though everything about me wants to be wild,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
And you know that.
yeah,
Like everything about me wants to crash out, dude,
yeah,
and do something crazy. Now, I'm not saying go in the beer store, but I'm saying doing something dumb,
yeah.
you know?
Like,
And
oh, I can go. I could go to the bar and I'm and have a couple drinks, go talk to women and things like that, and then like, nah, buddy, you're stupid. Like, get out of there,
get out of
get
there,
out of there,
get
Chase,
out of
because
there, man.
buddy, like you already know, and then you go chase the wrong women, and then you're back
Yeah,
to where you're
yeah,
at,
you're back
dude,
to where
where
you
you
are.
were, and
Yeah.
where you were, where I thought I was looking up at the world because I was sinking so low, and I was just drowning, dude. I was to the point where I was gonna drown, And that's like, and I want to say this because it's more bringing awareness too, man. It's having those thoughts and contemplating suicide, man. It's one of my 1 years of that is where I almost took my life, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still here.
Yeah.
And you gotta be, because life is precious, man. Like, and it's funny how you can take your own self out if you allow it.
Yeah.
That's how strong the mind is, man. That's how strong your
Well, yeah,
mind
you
is.
start believing these things, like we were just talking about. All these things, you really start believing these things, and you're like what you're telling yourself about that. And look, life is hard enough. Just regular life is hard enough,
Yeah.
and then you add all the things that come with drinking and staying out all night and spending all your money on that, getting behind on. You add all those things in the toxic relationships that you build that are fun. Oh, we're having beer,
Oh,
but
this is great.
this is fun. But it's built off of consuming alcohol or doing drugs together, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And again, I'm not judging anybody that does that. 100% not.
No.
But I just know what that brings with it. And when it's easy to get caught up in it and really not know, because I don't know about you, but about me, it's like one day you kind of like have this epiphany and you're like, dude, how did I get how is it this bad right now?
Yeah.
It's like you don't even, it's like a blur, and
Bills
then
are
boom.
coming up. You look in your bank account and you're like, I have $3,
11 cents.
and I have to pay $1,000 in rent.
Yeah.
In less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And a truck payment.
A truck payment.
And
power bill.
And
phone
and all my life necessities. And I just told myself, oh, I'll get to it like next week. And then now the week's here, and then and you get so selfish, because then you're like, that's when your animalistic mind comes out, and you're like, okay, who can I screw over, or what can I do? Because I got to get the money.
Yeah.
How am I going to get this money? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
How am I?
And you start feeding that.
Now you gotta start thinking, Chase.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Be a criminal. That's all I knew how to do.
Yeah.
That's all I knew how to do.
I mean, whether it was my own family or not.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter who it was.
I
don't care if there's like a 6-year-old kid. If there was a 6-year-old kid on the side of the road and he had $100 and I was dope sick, that little 6-year-old kid
is getting beat up.
He's getting smoked, dude. Period. If I'm dope sick,
his ice cream with a $10 bill.
Dude, he's getting smoked, dude. That $100 is coming up off him if I'm dope sick.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And I know we joke about that, but I'm serious.
No, yeah.
It's at that point in your life, man. But I'll say this, Chase. Not that I'm glad that I dealt with that, because, like I said before, man, I've been in and out of rehabs a bunch, man. I've been in and out of this life a bunch of different times. That forged me into who I am today. That tempered me. That taught me things, because we say it all the time. If you have a dream, like, what's stopping you? The only thing, I had to get out of my own way. I had to get out of my own way and really start doing the things I need to do to build the life that I want to live, that I want to wake up to every day. And do I want to wake up every day and go like Floor and Chase? No.
No.
Do I want to wake up and go tear down a wall and put in? No, you don't always want to do and put cabinets in, or do whatever we got to do that day, right? Whatever's on the schedule, okay? Whatever we have planned for that week. But it gives me real purpose to get out of the bed, because I know this is on me now. If I don't get this done, A, I'm not getting paid. B, somebody's house is a wreck. So it gives me that purpose to get out of the bed. Do I want to get out of bed? Look, guys, no, not all the time. Do I want to get going? No. Would I much rather go to Oak Mountain or do something else like that? Yeah, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that has forged me, because it doesn't... Hard things, I don't equate it to being hard anymore. It's like necessary. Like, yeah, we're going to have to wake up early. Yeah, we're going to have to work 12 hours today. Yeah, we're going to have to work Saturdays and Sundays, Chase.
A lot.
A lot. And we have for the past 2-3 months, every single weekend, we have taken time to do podcasts with people and make events. But outside of that, it has literally been grind.
4:30 in the morning, getting up,
Yeah.
making sure we get to the job site to go. And
Yeah.
these are the things that are necessary because, and people, if you're listening and you have a grandfather, you have a dad, you have whoever are telling you these things, they're right. Because I wish I would have listened to a lot of my family members that aren't here to this day, too, because they were right. And you know, it's you find yourself where look, it's not too late for us, but the people that are trying to give you the most selfless advice that they can and that have experienced the world that we have never experienced yet. But take the time to listen because I guarantee you, man, like I have to tell myself that every day. And Chris will tell you, I hate being told what to do.
He does.
But I have to humble myself into the fact that some of these people are actually trying to generally tell me something that I really need to hear and that I'll learn from and that's gonna take me to the next level.
Yeah.
Literally take me to the next level because there are people out there that want you to get to that next level. And there's some people that tell you things that might be the worst advice ever, but then you gotta but if you if you do it but if you do it if you do it, then you figure out like, oh, that didn't work.
That was terrible advice.
That was terrible.
I didn't even listen to those people.
that was terrible.
Gee, that was the worst advice ever.
And then you find yourself like,
yeah,
okay, don't ever do that again. But I mean, but for real on that note, dude, it's like, you know, it's the ones that say I love you to you all the time, and you know, and whether it's your friends and family or just friends that became family, and you know and that's where too, man, is to find those people. And I know it's a lot of things, like people say this all the time, that it's like find people that you love and trust, and this and that. But it's the truth. It's literally the truth because you got to have those people, even if it's just 2 or 3, even if it's just one, just have that. And like, and like, what's that 3 a.m. friend? The people that you call at 3 a.m. and they answer the phone, and you hear them in the back. In the background of that phone, and they're like, you hear them putting on their belt, like because we're about to go bury a body. That's what they think.
Yeah.
That's what they think. That's you. I know you. Now you're just right across the hall from me, but I knew for a fact you're a 3 a.m. friend, bro. I know that. So like even if we're gone or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm out of town, Chris, I messed up. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is, man, I can call you. And it's good to have those, man. And I can go on and on about it.
Yeah, I know, man. But I guess just reflecting back, and I reflect a lot. Not that I live in the past, but just like it's important for me to look where I've been, the hell I was in, because it gives me a new perspective. Like even though I'm in like the middle of hell right now, it like doesn't feel as bad because we're not in the pits of hell.
Yeah,
you're climbing up out of it, and it still sucks. It's still hard. It's still miserable at times, Chase. And I still get pissed at stuff that I've done like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
That that still affects me to this day. I'm like, what? I'm just ready for this to be over. But it gives me a new perspective of the fact of that none of it is going to be easy. So it's like I just accept the things as they come because I know it's not going to be easy. I just expect them to be hard. And it's like I don't want to go to work at 7 a.m., get home at 4:30, and do the minimal amount of work to not get fired at my job so I can make this salary, so I can go live in this box and drive this car, that I might get to go out to eat on Saturday night and have some beers with my friends. I'm not living my life like that, man. I'm not punching in. It's always something. There's always something to do. I don't get it necessarily an off day. There's times, yes, we got to take care of ourselves. I'm not saying that. You need to rest. I'm not saying that. But there's not a time. I don't work 40 hours a week, Chase. There's not like a time that I go to work and get back from work. It's always something. Yeah, we go out to eat. We can do whatever we want to. We can go get breakfast. We can go to lunch. We can do whatever we want to. But it's always, from the time you wake up to the time there's always things that are getting done or trying to move towards to level up, man.
Yeah.
And again, that's just, I don't expect anything less. But that, like I was saying earlier, Chase, is that gives me like purpose and drive to like, it gets me going, dude. It gets me going, man. So, yeah, man. But hey, dude, Chase has been sober for a year, bro.
Yeah, Chris has been sober a year and a week, or year sober.
A week you're sober, man. What are you doing today? You going golfing?
Going golfing, buddy.
Yeah.
Got the tower. You know,
You got the golfing tower?
We're going to Ross Bridge. It's like the 4th longest course in the world, apparently.
In the world?
In the world.
In the whole wide world, dude.
In the world, apparently.
Apparently, yeah, okay.
You're
on a golf cart, though.
I haven't fact checked this.
Oh, okay.
But apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, man.
The way I've been playing golf. Now, the other weekend, I did pretty good. So, if I can
What's good, though, dude?
Like I was
100?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I hear you, dude. I hear you, dude.
You know,
that's better than me, man.
Look, dude, I mean,
it's fun.
Yeah. Or sometimes I just don't get. So as long as I like can drive the ball and like I'm getting up there, at least, I'll probably make a bogey or whatever. But bogey golf to me is
good
great golf.
Yeah, bogey golf is good golf, man.
I don't care. I don't get paid. I pay to play. You know what I mean? Like,
I pay them.
Yeah. So, whatever.
No, I hear you, dude. I hear you, man. Well, thanks, guys. Man, we've been going so much. We just kind of take a day this Sunday. We usually have people on, but sometimes we just wanted to sit down, kind of catch you up on us and see what's going on. But thank y'all. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a great October. Or y'all had a great September. And we're looking forward to a great October, guys. Thank you.